Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Baer Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 Blue emote. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes or just say hi or use other people's emotes. You have options and you can do that. You can also just be a lurker and hang out and not say anything. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Harold threw the emotes in before the stream even started. Hello, Harold. Welcome, welcome. This might be a chill Thursday with not too many people in chat, which is okay. It happens. Is there something happening out there on a Thursday? I don't know. Are people just like, oh, I've seen Pat build a Digimon before. I'm good. I don't know. Are people like, well, I really want to get caught up on my reading. Sounds good too. Whatever you want to do. It's cold out there. I'm not going to watch a stream. I don't know if that's a good reason to not do that. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome, welcome. But anyway, I'm here. If you are, this is a very fun thing. If you are a patron of Nextlander, you've already heard my voice today because I dropped in with a question on their monthly Patreon Q&A. Just asking about something that they thought they would start, a piece of media they thought they would start, like a video game or TV show during their winter break, their Christmas holiday, that they just didn't get around to, and it was Andor for one of them. Tony the Swordsman saying, "What's up, Pat? What's up? Welcome, Tony. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the old Build with Baer Workshop. We're working on WarGreymon. We're putting together our friend here." WarGreymon, working on that. I know what I'm building after this. I don't think we're going to finish this today. I think we'll get close to it, but we won't wrap up until Saturday. But I do know that the next thing we're going to be working on is some Lego, which I always love doing. I'm always a big fan of doing some Lego, breaking things up. This is the kit I bought from Target at around Christmas time because I had some gift cards to Target. I have actually quite a few Lego sets all from them because they do some sales now and again, and I had gift cards, and I've bought every model kit that Target sells because that initiative apparently was just Gundam Breaker Battlelog and then some regular sets, and does not involve like Witch from Mercury, which makes sense. But they don't have any. I bought every kit I want to buy from Target, so I got a Lego set that'll be on deck, as they say. Should mention, we are currently at 35 out of 40 subscribers. The goal is always 40. If you would like to become a subscriber, that is an excellent time tonight to doing that. Get us closer to that 40 goal. If you want to gift a sub to somebody in the community and join Lysandus and Aristophan on the gift sub leaderboard, you could do that anonymously or get credit. If you're anonymous, you don't end up on the leaderboard, but whatever. You could do that, just kind of putting it out there, manifesting it. The goal, as I said, is to always be at 40 subscribers. Tonight, we will be talking about some video game news because it's fun to talk about some video game news, so we'll do that. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble, which is happening this Saturday. I'll do a little bit of a preview of the Royal Rumble based on what we know right now. We'll talk about the Xbox Developers Showcase thing yesterday, and some video game stuff as well. And I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else that'll come out of that, but we'll do that. And I got some anime in the second hour because I'm always talking about anime. You know that. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get into that shenanigans. Should mention, speaking of the Royal Rumble, which I'll be previewing soon, I'm going to retweet, see if we can get a few more friends to join us tonight. Should mention, my stream on Saturday will begin at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that if you don't want to do the math about like, oh, what does 5 p.m. Eastern mean for me? I'm not on Eastern. What does that mean for me? Here's the easiest way to remind yourself of that. It's just 4 hours early. Like 4 hours before now is 5 p.m. Eastern. So I'm streaming 4 hours before I normally do. And you're like, Pat, why? You're 9 to 11 Monday and Thursday and Saturday for model kit building. Why are you doing that? Well, because it's the Royal Rumble is on a Saturday this year, which is annoying, but for some people is excellent having a Saturday night pay-per-view. But I like, or premium live event, I should say, pardon me, premium live event. But I like the Royal Rumble. It's one of my favorite shows of the year, and I want to watch it with some friends, and I want to eat some Dominoes. And I don't want to start watching it, stop so that I can stream, and then start watching it again. That does not sound fun to me, and so I am making the executive decision not to fucking do that. Instead, just watch the show as it happens. So I am going to stream at 5 p.m. Eastern till a little before 7. Then I'll place an order for takeout delivery and get some Dominoes. And what will I get at Domino's, you might be wondering. Well, of course, I will get a medium thin crust with bacon and onion. And then I will get cheesy bread, most likely cheesy bread, with maybe marinara dipping sauce. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then I might get a third thing. I might get their chicken things. Their chicken bites. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll get another pizza. I don't quite know. To maybe make it worth it to have like lunch for the next day, and then through the course of the night, I'll eat quite a bit of Dominoes. That is the plan: is to eat quite a bit of Dominoes that night because wrestling and not particularly incredible pizza goes very well together. And I'll be watching with some friends and. We can talk about the card a little bit, the wrestling card. Now, a few things will probably get solidified on Friday in the Go Home SmackDown show. Your live TV or your pre-taped TV directly before your pay-per-view is or premium live event is often called the Go Home show because it is your last chance to get people to shell out money for your big thing and tune in. The card right now. You got the men's Royal Rumble. You got the women's Royal Rumble. And the winner of each gets a title shot at WrestleMania. That is the stakes. I know it's simple math, but I am terrible at time zones. Lashbrook, I hear you. That's why I always try to say, like, my tweets are always in 4 hours, in 2 hours, in 9 hours. I always try to do that just to make things in life a little easier. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. My stream this Saturday will be 4 hours earlier than normal. So I'm at 9 p.m. It'll be at 5 p.m. And, follow my Twitter. Or just you could also just have this page loaded up in a window. You could do that too if you really want to. The women's Royal Rumble match again. The men's and women's, you get a title shot at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. More on that in a moment. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. So that's for both belts, the combined two belts. And Bianca Belair, who is the Raw Women's Champion, versus Alexa Bliss. Right now, Charlotte Flair does not have a match scheduled. I could see Charlotte Flair versus Sonya Deville get booked because Sonya is coming after Charlotte and trying to, even though she lost a match, she is now, Sonya is now attacking Charlotte a lot to force Charlotte to agree to another match, basically. And so that could work for her. She could end up getting herself booked in the match. I don't know if that's going to be in the pay-per-view or not. A tag team match could happen. We could set up a tag team match for the Usos. Who knows? As far as Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss, I see Bianca Belair wrestling as champion at WrestleMania. Winning at WrestleMania? I don't know. But I think Bianca Belair will go into WrestleMania as a champion. So I do not see her losing the title here to Alexa Bliss. Also, I think there's more going on with Alexa Bliss as a character that does not need a title at the moment. And this will probably be more of a exploration of this new version of Alexa Bliss. So I don't see her winning that. But it could be a fun match as well. I think they will work well together. And Bianca can definitely throw Alexa around in a way that will be satisfying in some degree. As far as the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, Bray Wyatt is spooky, and he has both a split personality, and also that split personality is a real person, and that doesn't make any sense. And I don't know if it ever will make any sense, or if it should make any sense. I don't know what a pitch black match is. No one has said what a pitch black match is. My assumption is the lights are just bad. It'll just be like blue lighting, because sometimes Bray Wyatt does promos in the ring and it's like dark blue. Maybe the lights go out now and again and come back on. Maybe there are no lights except for like headlamps that each of them wear, which would be terrible. I don't know what a pitch black match is. I hope they know. They have not told us, but I do hope that someone knows what that means. And I hope Mountain Dew is happy. You know, I hope their sponsorship is profitable, I guess. I don't know. Bray Wyatt should win this. Even with chicanery, even with shenanigans, even with tomfoolery, Bray Wyatt should win his first official match that was not a house show. His first actual wrestling match back, he should win. And it would be very bad if he did not, even if it is, especially since it is a goofy match. Sounds too close to Control Your Narrative, literal dark matches. Yes, Lashbrook, it does. You're not wrong. It's the Mountain Dew that saves it, because there's no way that Control Your Narrative could ever get such a big endorsement or package deal. A sponsorship, I should say, not endorsement, sponsorship. There's no way Control Your Narrative would ever work with a big brand like Mountain Dew. But the idea of it being dark, yes, I agree with you. Let's see. Look, Roman Reigns is going to win. Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens wrestling, awesome. But this one's going to be about, like, is this the match? Like, is this Sami Zayn pulls off some bullshit to make sure that Roman Reigns wins? Is this Sami Zayn, like, at the end of it, chooses Kevin Owens? That, like, at the end of the day, like, okay, the match is over. You don't have to keep attacking Kevin. What are we doing here? Fuck it. I got to do this. Like, I imagine this match will increase storyline bullshit, which is great because we love storyline bullshit. We're done with the top half of this kit. It's time to move on here to the leg. We're not doing the waist yet. Don't worry. No, we got to do the leg first, or the legs first. We got to do a leg and then a foot. Yes, this kit does have feet. So we'll get into that. Yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns is winning. Roman Reigns is not dropping the belt at the Rumble. It's just like what story the match continues to take in the process of him winning is the thing that'll be interesting more than anything else, in my opinion. And then, like I said, there might be a tag match. I could see there being a Charlotte-Sonya match. Then it's just down to, like, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? Men and or women. Like, who's going to win those? Now, we'll talk about the Women's Royal Rumble. The odds-on favorite is probably Rhea Ripley. You know, right now, both champs are faces. Rhea Ripley has, like, proven herself. She got very close to winning the Rumble previously. Her work in Judgment Day has been stellar. She is great on the mic. She is great in the ring. She's got it. She's got a faction backing her up. Totally makes sense. She's strong as hell. It makes total sense for her to win the Royal Rumble. Another possibility is because it is in Texas, they could pull the Texas trigger and have Raquel Rodriguez win, who is from Texas. I don't think that Raquel is ready for that. I think Raquel is going to have a bunch of eliminations, maybe even the most eliminations of the night. I could see that definitely happening for Raquel. But as far as Raquel actually winning the Rumble, I don't necessarily see that possible. But who knows? It's certainly is possible. I just don't. It does not feel like it's going to happen. Okay, right. That. The other outcome could be. I mean, Ronda Rousey is always a threat in general, specifically to people that are not conspiracy theorists. She's always a threat. And of course, trans people and people that love trans people and basic human decency. She's always a threat to a lot of things, but she is always a threat for winning a big one. One thing we can say, Charlotte Flair should not win the Rumble, the Women's Rumble this year, which would be great. She could theoretically win as the SmackDown champion to then challenge the Raw for the Raw championship. She could do that. So there is a possibility that it could be Charlotte Flair. But of course we're hoping not, because I don't need that. Becky Lynch certainly could do it. We could see, perhaps with Damage Control helping out, Bayley challenging for it. Again, I don't know if, then we get, maybe Becky Charlotte. I don't know. I don't think I need Becky at WrestleMania, which is rude, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. I feel like Bayley might get backing up the women for the women's tag championships, kind of a deal. That might be like her spot at WrestleMania. So I don't know for sure, but I don't necessarily see that. I think the smart money is on Rhea, but there are certainly some people that could do it. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I could see Bayley doing it. I mean, there's also the possibility that Naomi comes back, because it does sound like she is going to come back at some point. And Naomi coming back at the Rumble and winning the Rumble feels very good and very cool. But I don't see... I do see her maybe coming back. I don't see her winning the Rumble as part of this comeback, I guess I should say. But the idea of her coming back is certainly something that makes sense. As far as the men's Rumble goes, there's really only two possibilities for the men's Rumble. Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. Now, we'll talk about dark horses in a moment there. But we can say Sami Zayn, storyline-wise, the idea that, Sammy is in there and he wins it and he's saying, no, I want it so that, I can lose to you at WrestleMania. I'm doing this to protect you. Kind of nonsense. Could certainly come into conversation. But then he's getting a lot of pressure and he's like, well, maybe I could fucking wrestle and win. Or the idea that, Sammy's there in the Rumble and then, the Usos come out and tell him to get out of the ring to, eliminate himself, to take himself out, to prove his loyalty, which doesn't make any sense, but, wrestling. And he doesn't. Or he accidentally wins or some bullshit. I don't know. There are some interesting possibilities there that we could see. Cody Rhodes, for a long time, felt like a no-brainer. They literally went so far as to tell people, hey, Cody's coming. He's gonna be in the Rumble. As if I think they're afraid that people, forgot that Cody, worked with a torn pec and was, in real rough shape because he really wanted to wrestle Seth Rollins. So it's yeah, I kind of see that. I could kind of see that going somewhere. And also just Cody Rhodes doing it for Dusty, who never got the big one in, and going in trying to win that world championship. Literally he says there is more than one, wrestling family. The idea that he's going to take on the bloodline is interesting. There's something there to that. But Yeah, those are like the obvious ones, I would say. And then we're getting into the not so obvious ones because it's fun to talk about the ones that are like, well, this is who I think it will be, but what about who I like would be weird, right? So then there are the like Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, like not having like gotten in head games with Roman. Like there's money in Seth versus Roman again, probably. Seth Rollins is always popular, so one could certainly argue that like him winning the Rumble would like feel like a big deal, and him pulling some more mind games could be interesting, certainly possible. And then you've got like how in control is of the company is Vince McMahon. Could Austin Theory win? The terrible experiment that is Austin Theory. I don't think so, but it's possible. I think Austin Theory will have a good Rumble in order to make people think, oh no, is he going to win the Rumble? Because that is very funny. Do they think Karrion Kross is ready for a main event? No. No. He's not. He's not. What about Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre is always somebody they're like, hey, Drew McIntyre's getting another shot. He's going to have more friends with them so they can face the onslaught of all of the motherfuckers that want him to lose and work hard to get him to lose. Like, have a good night, Harold. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here for a bit of business. Then let's talk about the threat that always exists in WWE. The man who can get a championship for no good reason out of nowhere. The man who can win the Rumble when no one expected him to, and it doesn't make sense for him to do it. That's right, I'm talking about Randy Orton. Randall Keith Orton, who is currently injured, and we have not seen him, could make a return for the Rumble. And if he does make a return at the Rumble, could win. It would be terrible. It would be a bad idea. But also, it could happen. Like, don't discount the idea. Now, we got the Jay White rumors. The Jay White's contract is expired with New Japan. He's working without a contract. That there's been offers from WWE for Jay White to come to WWE. Could that happen? I don't think so. He seems to like Japan, and they seem to pay him pretty okay. But the idea of that, I think a Jay White that comes in to the Royal Rumble doesn't win the Royal Rumble, but does really well at the Royal Rumble. So even if he does come in, I don't think he wins it. Bobby Lashley, probably going to have a WrestleMania match with Brock Lesnar, unless we're setting that up. You know, that was the fake out, and it is Bobby Lashley. I don't think it's Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley will be world champion again before he's done, but I don't think it's going to be because of this Rumble. So it comes down to it. I think it's Cody Rhodes. I think Sami Zayn has a tag match at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens against the Usos, and I think they win because no matter who's in charge, they like Kevin Owens. Everybody likes Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens really wants a tag run with the titles with Sami Zayn, and I think that's happening. That's more likely than Sami Zayn cashing his ticket for WrestleMania main event. Also, I guess it fucking could be The Rock. I think The Rock is done wrestling. I don't think The Rock is going to come in and win the Royal Rumble to take on Roman Reigns. I just don't see that happening. I think that's silly and just to get clicks. I'm not doing clickbait over here. I'm not fucking around with clickbait, my friends. But so I don't think it's going to be The Rock winning. I don't know. Also, Brock Lesnar could just win. And then Brock And then we have another Brock. The idea of Brock on like night 2 is interesting. I don't think it's Brock, but it's interesting if it was. That could be interesting. I don't want it to be Brock. We've done the, where is Paul's loyalty lie thing. We've already done that. We don't need to do it again. I definitely don't want it to be The Rock, but like, or Brock. I don't want it to be Rock or Brock. My only real thought on the Rumble, says Lashbrook, is it's been fun watching the New Day retweet promos of Kofi getting heated about being asked what trick he's going to do at the Rumble. Yes, we have not talked about Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is not winning the Royal Rumble. Kofi Kingston is NXT champion, tag champion. He's not winning the Rumble. But the idea that Kofi Kingston could eliminate some fools and do some cool shit is possible. There also exists one other possibility. I have not said his name yet. He has not officially been known to clear to wrestle, but has been traveling. He just got back from Australia with the rest of the New Day, doing his thing. So he's up and mobile. Is he in ring shape? I don't know. Is he interested in getting back in the ring? I don't know. But what about Big E? What about Big E? What about motherfucking Big E? He gets the Langston back. What about Big E Langston? Big E Langston makes his return at the fucking Royal Rumble and wins it, and everyone fucking feels real good about it, and that it's New Day backing up Big E to take on the Bloodline with Kevin Owens, who you may remember filled in for Big E at one point and then betrayed them, and so even when they are all faces, Xavier Woods is always like head on a swivel about him. Like, there's something fucking really fun about that. I don't know if Big E is ready to come back. I don't know. I have no idea. But that could be fucking cool as hell if he is. I don't think Big E is coming back and winning the Rumble. But I think it would be fucking cool. It would be very fucking cool if he did. I also think that the Big E as champion experiment didn't go the way that they wanted, even though he's fucking great at going to sports events and being out there and doing their thing. Also, we haven't talked about this on stream. I was rooting for the Jaguars in the road to the Super Bowl because the WWE often sends a WWE Championship belt to the winning football team. And would he send it to the Khans? Tony Khan, the owner of AEW. If the Jaguars won, would they get a belt? Would Tony Khan's football team have a WWE Championship? It's fun to think about. It is not going to happen, at least this year. But it is funny to think about that. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be Big E, but I fucking want it to be Big E because I also I want Big E to be healthy enough to wrestle. As I said, he did do some appearances with the rest of the New Day in Australia, and that fucking rules. And I hope he had a great time. But I don't know what the state of his body is currently in, and if he is up and at them and ready to wrestle. But the Rumble is a great way to return. It is a kick-ass way to get back in there. Let's talk about the Xbox developers thing that happened yesterday. Because I did that. I watched that. I didn't do it. I watched that. I've got that up here. Yeah, hell yeah. Everything we saw at today's Xbox Developer Direct. It was just a couple games. One of which was like rumored and kind of leaked, and then they were like, but it was like they said what they were going to talk about. They ended up adding that game, but they were like, Starfield's going to have its own thing. Don't fucking relax. And basically, like, we're going to do this. No mention of Fable. It's kind of just like, hey, here are the games that are coming out. We hope you don't freak out about it. Minecraft Legends seems pretty okay. It's a multiplayer action game. It's got like co-op and PvP and PvPe, and the people that are making it seem very excited and kind of, in a maybe overly done and overdone amount of excitement, but it seemed okay. There's a trailer, gameplay trailer that seemed fun. Forza Motorsport, Turn 10. They spent a lot of time on Forza Motorsport and how like psyched they are about how dirty they're gonna make the cars and shit, and the visual stuff and like battle scars and like dirt and damage and shit. I wrote down battle scars, and they seem fucking psyched as hell about all that nonsense. And car's gonna look good. I don't know. Also, they were like 5 new areas, and then a bunch of old shit. So they're doing some new detailed stuff, but they're including like one new area that's never been in a Forza game, from a region. But yeah, seemed okay. I'm not a Forza person. I'm not a car person at all. So I was mostly just like, okay, cool. I hope it's fun. Everybody's really psyched about it. Hi-Fi Rush, which is available. I have not played Hi-Fi Rush, but it is available now. That was there it's out in a little while for Game Pass and Xbox. Hey, what if a team at the people that brought you The Evil Within made a game that wasn't spooky? And even their developer thing was like, hey, yeah, we just we could do stuff that's fun. We made something that was fun and not terrifying. So we did this, and it's it is. Some people were saying it's Xbox 360 vibes, but to me, it's a game that was developed for the Xbox, but they waited too long to put it out, so they had to make it like a Xbox 360 launch title. But really, it was designed for the Xbox, but it runs really well because it is a rhythm action fighting game, or action game, like a rhythm brawler. But all of the music sounds very like MP3 player from 2004. Like, it really feels like that. In a good way. These are all vibes and style, but the vibes are good. It's just the vibes are pretty great, incredibly great looking 2004 video game that everyone's psyched exists. The idea of a game that came out that day is great. It's got a lot of style. A bunch of people were the people that like to write thought pieces were why is this game's cringe protagonist okay, but Forspoken's cringe antagonist or protagonist not okay? And it was because this guy's dumb as shit. He's the one who's dumb. And it's a subtle thing, right? Obviously, have not played the game. I watched some footage of it, have not played it. I watched somebody play it a little bit today. I can only talk about what I have seen and not experienced, but this is my opinion. Forspoken is the main character going, what? Really? Come on. That happens. Whereas Hi-Fi Rush is, can you believe this fucking guy? It's everybody else. It's robots being this dude is so awkward and weird. He's imagining, is he imagining a crowd of people watching him do this? Ugh. And so it's people reacting to him instead of him reacting to the world. And that is not bad to me. To me, that is preferable. So, like I said, this is only my first impressions, but that's my opinion on it. Yeah, this dude is cringy, but that's the character. It's not he's reacting negatively to the world. I haven't played a lot of Hi-Fi Rush, but I don't get the comparison. So it's just that the trailer, the guy had quips. That's all it is, Lord Lashbrook. It was just people being well, you don't like this girl that quips. How come you like this guy that quips? And it was because he's not quipping. He's like a dumbass, like, no, we're laughing at him. We're not laughing with the Forspoken wants us to laugh with her, which we don't because it's not funny what she's saying. Whereas Hi-Fi Rush is kind of like laugh at him, laugh at this like goof. It's a different vibe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's a comparison there, but I think people were like really apt to make it because guess what, everybody? Just let people like things. If you don't like something, you don't have to talk about it. People are out and about again. That discourse is happening. The backlash to the backlash. The just let people enjoy things nonsense that people have out there. Because the thing is, like, yeah, you know what? Only living with hate in your heart and dislike in your heart is rough. But also, shit that sucks you can say. You can say that things suck and you don't think they're good. It's totally okay to do that. I am critical on things. I am by no means a critic, but I have my opinions. And I will always share them because I have a forum to do that. Like, I'm not constantly out there talking about how I don't think that the new Trigon looks good or is good. Like, I'm not out there hating on it, but I'm also not going to shut the fuck up if someone's just like, hey, how come you're not saying nice things about this thing? Because I don't feel that. Because I did have somebody ask me the other day, like, are you watching Trigon Stampede? And I said, no. And they were like, oh, I thought you'd love it. It's like, I don't really. And someone else who was not part of that conversation, this was in a Discord, was like, well, I haven't seen it yet, so don't try to talk me out of it. I was like, I wasn't. Someone asked me a question and I was responding. I guess I could have lied and said, yeah, it's great, but I didn't want to lie. I guess I could have. Anyway, Hi-Fi Rush seems cool. It just seems cool. It's on Game Pass. You know what? I liked Dishonored. I liked the first Prey. I did not play Deathloop because it did not seem interesting to me. I wanted to like Deathloop, but it just never appealed to me, so I don't know. I don't think I'm going to play Redfall. I mean, I do like the idea of vampire gods. I think the concept that there are vampire gods out there is great. Redfall has done nothing for me. It looks interesting. I hope it's great because I know some people that are like amped and hyped for it. But that's not me. I'm not one of those people. I'm going to retweet my tweet. Not a real like chill vibes tonight, which is okay. But I would love a few more friends joining us. Because it's a little late tonight. That's okay. Like I said, it is all right that it's like that. But having a few more friends join us tonight would be great. Yeah. So I'm not super like not into vampire horror. So Redfall continues to not do anything for me. Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't mind vampire stuff. I mean, I'm not. Let's be real, friends. I'm not into horror. Like I'm not planning on getting the Dead Space game. Like that's just not the Dead Space remake. That's just like not my jam. That's just not something that I'm like psyched about. No, I'm good. But I mean, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I do like Left 4 Dead games. It sort of seems like a Left 4 Dead with vampires instead of zombies, and I could get down with that. I'll say this, right? I will put this out there. If my friends who like games like this are like, hey, we want to play this, then I'll make it happen, right? The crew has been waiting. The crew thought we might get into 40,000K Dark Tide. We thought Dark Tide might be it. So far, Dark Tide has not been it. But we did think, hey, what if Dark Tide is the thing that we all play together? We're looking for it. The conversation is happening on like shit for my friends and I to play together. But I don't think it's going to be Redfall. That's out May 2nd. Elder Scrolls Online, Necrom, and then they did like a extra thing. I will say this: I have no intention. Lord Christian says, if we do get the equivalent of what to do in the shadows in game form, I'll jump on that. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that, but yes, that also sounds fun. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that. Elder Scrolls Online, they gave the hard sell in a way I appreciate. They're like, hey, do you like ever play Elder Scrolls stuff? Do you like Skyrim? Hey, did you like Skyrim? Like, hey, if you don't want to do the MMO stuff, like this is like a big Skyrim, and then also there's some other shit. Like, I don't know, we keep adding new stuff to it. Like, what if you played the Elder Scrolls Online? Like, I don't know, you could get into this shit. Like, what's up? They gave a very hard sell, and I can appreciate the hard sell that they gave, even if it did not work on me as someone that liked Oblivion and that liked Skyrim. It did not work for me, this hard sell, but I appreciate them making the hard sell, being like, I don't know, check it out. We're pretty good. It's coming out this summer. Let's see. And that's it. Yeah. I mean, like, Starfield. They're gonna talk about Starfield at some point. They did not give a date for Forza, which surprised people because they were like, "Is that coming out this summer though?" Because you didn't say. And last year you were like at E3, you were like, "We're focusing on the games that are coming out in the first half of next year." And then like they talked about Forza but didn't give a date, and it's like, is that making the date? There's some people that really want to play that Forza game. You making the summer? We don't know. They didn't say. So who knows if that's going to make the date, but yikes if it doesn't. Let me just check this real quick here. Oh, I got a statement there. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. What else we got going on here? We can talk about some good gaming news. Real quick. Let's see. I talked about this. The 40K, the demo for Kirksa Forever is now on Steam. Thank you, Lord Crashington. Appreciate that heads up, and for everybody in chat. The demo for Kirksa Forever is now out on Steam. That's fun. So basically, the 40,000K, it's Warhammer 40,000, not Warhammer 40K. It's Warhammer 40,000. Darktide is like, hey, we're gonna delay the Xbox release because the PC version is not where we want it, which is good. Open letter, like, we take enormous pride in our ability at Fat Shark, that's the name of the studio, to deliver a game that millions can enjoy. This is what we set out to do with Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, to create a highly engaging and stable game. I appreciate that they set out to make a stable game with a level of depth that keeps you playing for weeks, not hours. We fell short of meeting those expectations. Over the next few months, our sole focus is to address the feedback that many of you have. In particular, we will focus on delivering a complete crafting system, a more rewarding progression loop, and continue to work on game stability and performance optimization. This also means that we will delay our seasonal content rollout and the Xbox Series XS launch. We will also suspend the upcoming release of premium cosmetics. That's good. I think that's probably for the best. Let me get this leg parts we need here. We couldn't continue down this path, knowing that we have not addressed many feedback areas in the game today. Thank you for playing and providing feedback. Appreciate it. From the CEO and co-founder of Fat Shark. Some people didn't have many problems with it. Other people had a lot of fucking PC problems. So, yeah. Going through some delays here. You know, um, basically they're like, we gotta fucking fix this shit because people are not gonna come. People who had a bad time probably aren't gonna come back unless we do it. So that's good. Good for them. Let's see. Uh, Generally, the like. So you may have noticed on Twitter, if you're on Twitter at all, there's a lot of like people doing the like, hey, what's a useless thing? What's some useless knowledge you have in blank? Lashbrook did say I downloaded on 40K Dark Tide. I downloaded that on Game Pass at launch, and it constantly crashed in under an hour every time on the campaign tutorial thing. So I just moved on. Yep, yeah, that happened to I would say quite a few people that made it not fun and not worth continuing. They just did not have a good time with it and did not want to bang their head against the wall over and over again on that. So yeah, makes sense to me that people were just like, nah. Anyway, a lot of people are doing the like, share a useless piece of information you know about music or books or whatever. The gaming one is pretty good. Kotaku did a roundup here that I thought was pretty good. It seemed pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a bunch of people doing the like, what's the most useless piece of game knowledge you know? Okay, so here's the thing about Devil May Cry that doesn't make any sense in a great way. Dante and Virgil have an insane healing factor that essentially heals as much damage as being done, so no wounds or scars. Due to that, they are likely uncircumcised. Hello, Lysandus, you came at a weird time. I had a weird sentence coming out of my mouth. Now, that's not necessarily a fact that this person knows from a video game. That is an assumption being made, but it is pretty fun. In Xenoblade 3, all characters in the game files are listed with a number for gender. 0 is male, 1 is female. However, the character Juniper is listed as 2. Furthermore, in Xenoblade 2, the character Rock's gender is listed as 4. Thus, there are at least 5 genders in Xenoblade, because we don't know what 3 is. We know 0, 1, 2, and 4. Theoretically, there could be 3. Something that corresponds with 3. And we don't know what that is, but that is fun. Gal's Panic is an arcade game by Kaneko, where you reveal a picture of a woman stripping across several stages, eventually becoming nude by playing a Quix clone. In the Korean variant, the stage where you should see nude pictures are replaced with images of dinosaurs. That's a fun one. All right, we got that leg done. Let's finish the foot up, and then we'll take a pause for the cause. Talk about ways you can support the channel and all that fun shit. Let's see. Marlon Brando's last performance was possibly an Easter egg in The Godfather. He did some lines, and they are basically unusable, and supposedly they are in a hospital scene. This is the one that like really made the rounds. I saw this one retweeted by a lot of people. In Oblivion, the brave old castle steward, Drona, accidentally had her home coded as the house in Burma, a different Bruma, I should say, a different city halfway across the world map. Every day in game, she walks that a red line from where she was spawned to where she thinks her home is, inevitably killed by wildlife or some other roaming threat, usually on day 1. So the game just fucked up, and as a character, like, decide it has to go home and starts in a place that is not its home. And apparently people were talking about like ways to try to make sure she can get there. And it might become a speed run. In Binding of Isaac, Repentance, which is Binding of Repentance, using Lazarus's rags as tainted forgotten, I don't know what any of that means, so I'm sorry, will cause you to revive as a pile of flesh bones with Lazarus' head on top. It is a purely visual, and he still acts normally. This was a bug that was kept in because the league dev found it funny. You know what? League dev, not wrong. That is funny. If you beat Spantum Neo with a full inventory, he knows what you did on purpose. He knows you did it on purpose and gets mad. Let's see. The little fire-breathing dinosaur from Super Mario World is named after the singer in Nine Inch Nails. That's pretty useless, yeah. Let's see. In Halo 2 level quarantine, Flood can be seen driving around in warthogs, tanks, etc. This is the only time in the series where they do that, and it's really weird. But I agree. The music in NES Back to the Future, grating repetitive theme that bears no immediate apparent resemblance to anything, is actually a widely sped up version of Power of Love. They didn't have the rights to the song, so they just sped it up. That is the assumed belief as to why that song is in there like it is, sped up and shitty. It does suck. I can't play it here, but it does suck. So there's a bunch of useless facts. They're going around. You've probably seen them in a bunch of other things. You might have some of your own. I was trying to think if I have any useless facts about video games. I guess the one I will say is originally Fallout New Vegas was full of bugs, obviously. One of those bugs was there was no way to get a certain ending to trigger. The followers of the apocalypse, who are referenced to the old, they have a fort. They help people with drug addictions and gambling problems, and they're just trying to do the best they can. There's references to them dating as far back as the game itself throughout the many years, and they are in the game. There is a version of it where you, the best ending in the game is the NCR side, unfortunately, but you can have a free port with the NCR side, or Freetown, and you can have there should be a way to make it so that the followers of the apocalypse don't get run out and actually get supported by the NCR. But you couldn't, even if you had full allegiance with them, you couldn't trigger it. And when the game first came out, there was no way to do it, and there was no way to, the mod couldn't figure it out. Modders couldn't figure out how to do it. Eventually, they had to patch the game to make it so you could get the good ending for Followers of the Apocalypse. Because, even if you did, the free version, free Vegas version, they still were, in over their heads, and it was rough for them without NCR support. So there was no way to get the best ending for them when the game first launched. There's a lot of issues with Fallout 3's endings and also New Vegas. But they eventually did patch that shit, which is good. All right. We are going to take a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk very briefly because I know we don't have a full crew here tonight. We don't have a lot of people in chat. But I still want to do my pause for the cause. We'll still talk about ways you can support the channel. And then we'll build a waist so we can at least body complete this kit. I think we actually will finish this tonight because we just have the waist and the backpack, but there's a lot of stickers, so we might finish this tonight. We'll get far into it at least. If you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here. I'd love to see those emotes come back at me if you want to throw those in chat. We are currently at 35 out of 40 subscribers. The goal is always 40. If you would like to become a subscriber, now would be a great time to do it. We'll give you a shout out and do all that. If you want to gift a sub, like Sandus and Aristophan did, you could gift a sub to somebody in the community. You could do it anonymously, or you could do it and get credit, show up there. Bits and coins, always appreciated. If you have your Prime Gaming token, you can use that instead of cash, or the equivalent of cash, and just jump in and do that if you wanted to. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here. I have a Patreon. I'll put the links in there. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? Hop in the old YouTube. You can jump in on Patreon. You could subscribe to my YouTube, or you could also become a member there. But if you're watching this later on YouTube, all of this is in the show description below. You could do a direct donation. We'll put in there. Everything I make through all of those means of subscriptions and direct donations goes into me buying model kits and equipment. This kit I purchased around Christmas time, or maybe Thanksgiving. I can't remember. I was able to purchase this because of your lovely support, and I appreciate you very much. The next thing I'm building, I also purchased with a gift card of my own. But if you don't want me to build the stuff that I have in my backlog, and instead you want me to build the stuff that you directly want, you could buy something from my Amazon wish list. I got an Amazon wish list. I recently put some new stuff on there, so we'll take a look at that. I got Lego sets, model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits that never go on sale, kits that have free shipping, all kinds of stuff like that. A bunch of different things in there. Again, things that are like, I just put in, it's on the list now, Lada's Delanza. I've already built Bob, or Ghoul's Delanza. This is Lada's Delanza. It's basically very similar kit, but it's in a nice teal color. So if you want to see me build a kit that I pretty much already built before, you could buy that on my wish list. I mean, there's some changes. It's got cool purple stickers, so I'm excited about that. But it is fairly similar. It has a big axe. If you want to, I would like to have a model kit, build a model kit that is a big axe. Not ass. It does have a big ass, but it also has a big axe. I would be happy to build that because that looks cool. See if there's something on the wish list you'd like to see me build, and you could buy it, and then it'll jump the queue. I have a throne wish list. Check that out. See if there's anything there. In case you don't want to buy something on Amazon, which I understand. And then USA Gundam Store, buy a gift card. I will buy something for USA Gundam Store. I recently purchased from USA Gundam Store the Ariel Gundam, the Lifith. I also pre-ordered from them. I don't know when that's coming out. That'll come in the future. There will be Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury kits that I'll be building on stream in the future. If you want me to do it sooner or later, you can help me out. Let's see. I have a Discord. You can join my Discord. Check that out. Let's see. Pat Baer's Anime Club. The most recent one is my voting guide for the Crunchyroll Awards, but the Crunchyroll Awards were supposed to end yesterday. They extended it for a day, but they ended it today. So, if you wanted to, you could check out the Pat Baer's Anime Club about my top 10 list for the year 2022. If you want to know what I loved last year, you can check out that top 10 list. And if you don't want to watch a video of it and you'd rather read a top 10 list, I put that on my co-host, and I'll have a link here, because Giant Bomb didn't do guest top 10 lists unless you just sent them to them. They just kind of said, hey, we're doing it now. And that's fine. I mean, I would have preferred that they did it in January and asked me to do it, but whatever. It was nice when that happened. Let's see. Also, Baerly Rehearsed is an ongoing video series where every week I record a different character piece that I am very proud of. This one is my best one yet, and it has, unfortunately, not that many views. It is me as the kind of person, me playing a character of the kind of person that likes to plan things. And maybe this kind of person plans too many things and is annoying. Check that. It's a pretty good one, I think. I think it's a good character piece. I'm wearing stupid sunglasses in it. So see if that's something that you'd like to watch. I gotta tweet that out again tomorrow and see if I can get maybe a few more views on it. Anyway, I've got some anime to talk about. Sorry about that. My allergies are wrecking me. I might have a cold. It might not be allergies. It might be cold. I don't know. It's going to be fucking really cold around here this weekend. Like, annoyingly cold. Like, what is this, New England? Cold. Which I am not looking forward to. Anyway, we're going to get back to building. I'm going to talk about some anime. We're going to keep going with all that. I'm also going to, in a moment, read the joke that Ironhide the Fourth came in with, because it's always nice to do that. But first things first, I have to drink some water. We'll go back to the overhead camera, and we'll work on the waist of WarGreymon in just a moment. But we're going to transition there dramatically right now. All right. Let's work on the waist of this kit. We'll talk about some anime, but first, Ironhide the Fourth came in with the text. I asked my boss for a raise because 3 companies are after me. He asked me which ones. I replied, gas, water, and electric. But it's good. It's good. Thank you, Ironhide the Fourth, for that. All right. Let's see. We're going to work on the waist of WarGreymon here. WarGreymon needs a little bit of love. Oh, I'm going to adjust this slid. I did put a towel down to make this slide a little less. That looked like a WarGreymon who was dancing or shrugging. Oh yes, who, me? If I did, what, me? Lord Crashton wants me to dance, and I will. I'm going to hit the dance button. And time. Hitting that dance button. Thanks for using your channel points so that I hit that dance button. Working on the waist of this kit. But yes, now WarGreymon is just like, what do you want from me? All right. So we got to talk about some anime because I've been watching some anime. I have decided to take a break from watching Tomo-chan is a girl because it is a little too high school-y for my liking, and I'm just a little. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not loving it. I like the premise of it a lot, but I'm not loving a lot of the supporting characters. So I'm going to give that a break. I think I'll probably come back to it, but right now I'm not like loving it. But I still have 3 shows to talk to you about, including. Oh, let me just see here. Okay. Put this one like, so this goes, this goes like that. And then this has got to go like that. Sorry. Oh, I put this one on a row. Okay. Campfire cooking another world with my absurd skill. We have not been introduced to our slime friends yet. This show is good, but it is not great yet because we still have not been introduced to the best character in the show, which is a fun slime. But we still have our dude. So the premise of this one, guy gets summoned by accident along with a group. His ability is that nobody quite understands and doesn't seem like it will be effective. Is that online shopping, and they're like, what? We don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah. So he just like pieces out. Also, he recognizes, hey, there's bad vibes. This country's got bad vibes. So this kingdom, I should say. So he like gets out of there, takes off. His skill is very overpowered because he can exchange money from this currency from this world for anything that he could buy at an online grocery store in Japan. So he uses that to get ingredients or like cooking gear so that he can, make things that he, food. Also, any food from Japan that he makes, if he uses Japanese ingredients, dramatically increases combat ability and a bunch of other shit. So he's got to be careful with that. Also, we do have a Fenrir named Fel, a mythical beast that is just like, hey, you're making cool foods I've never had before. All right, I'll protect you. In exchange, you feed me. So they're doing that now. There is a beautiful shot in this one. He has enough money to make spaghetti because he's now become our dude has now become a hunter-gatherer type because he's doing some low-level quests. But anyway, Uh, it's very funny because Fel is covered in sauce. He was just like, there's not a lot of meat in this, but I like this and likes Parmesan cheese on it. But yeah, you just get a cool mythical beast with sauce all over his face, and that's very fun. Apparently, orcs, even though they look kind of human, taste better than regular old pork and are sought after. We do have a new thing where he's just like, hey, human, master, whatever, hop on my back. I'll let you ride on my back. That it'll make it faster for us to get around. So they start doing that, which is cute and fun. Apparently, the secretary, who's pretty hardcore, really likes Fel, and that's cute. Let's see. This is like just easy, right? They make a bunch of money selling monster parts. Orc does taste good. Makoto, our guy, is like, hey, so I know you don't like this, but I'm going to start telling people you're just a great wolf instead of a Fenrir because people are freaked the fuck out by how you are huge. And then it's like, all right, we got to celebrate. I just made a bunch of money on monster stuff, parts and things like that. It's time to celebrate. I'm going to get some Japanese Wagyu beef. And Fel, it's so good, and that Fel gets so boosted by that, by this incredibly good beef, that it just like runs all over the place, killing a bunch of monsters, and it's just like gets a bunch of cool orcs and like a chimera, and then it's like he's so strong that he's like, oh no, he's too good. So that is when our guy is like, okay, well, from now on, I can't buy meat. I can't feed him meat, or at least Wagyu, because the Japanese ingredients are too powerful. That is the thing you can take away from this show. This is a cozy show about a dude and his animals, friends, just trying to make cool meals and have a good time. But also, they got to be careful because Japanese food too good. It's fun. At the end of the day, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Sword Skill is a fun show that I would recommend if you were looking for a chill isekai to watch. Maybe on Monday, there will be a video that goes online about all of the isekai out this season, and you'll get all my recommendations about what isekai to watch. Who would put a video up like that? Who would make a YouTube video where they talked about all 11 isekai that are out this season, returning and new? Who could possibly make that video? The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady continues to be a stellar fucking anime and is one of my favorite shows. Who would make videos on the internet about anime? I know, right? Who could do that? Who could do that? Anyway, what do we got to talk about? Oh, okay. So, Annie and Yuffie. So Annie's our princess who kind of saved the day and is taking the heat for Yuffie, who was raised to be eventually be the queen. She was going to marry the princess all this time, and it was just assumed that would happen, and that shit is not happening because he just he's labeled her as a villainess and is not going for the marriage. But then everyone's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? One, you don't get to decide that shit, and two, who is this girl that you fell in love with, and how long have you known her, and what are you fucking talking about, my dude? Hey, WarGreymon's built. Now we've got to build our wings backpack shield. Who knows what to call that? We got to build the back of this kit. This kit needs a backing. It's called the Brave Shield. We gotta build the Brave Shield to put on WarGreymon here. which is just a shield split in two. So we'll put that together. This is gonna have a bunch of stickers to put on it. Hooray! Anyway, let's see. Oh, we'll get going on here. Okay, yeah. So our princess, Annie, is just like, look, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We're gonna, you and I are gonna figure this shit out together. Like, we're a team. We're gonna make this work. Like, I don't know why things are bad, but they are. We're really gonna get like a deep dive in this girl who like knew what her purpose was and now does not know, and is worried about it and scared about it and rightfully, I think, freaked out about it and just like, really lost. A person that had purpose that suddenly doesn't. That's interesting. And then Yuffie confides in Annie's maid, Ilya, who we've like seen, but we really don't know a lot about Ilya. Basically, it's just like, yeah, I'm feeling really lost and I don't know what to do. I don't know, and then Ilya's like, well, I also had some troubles, and thankfully, like I found what I need to do here, but this wasn't what I set out to do. Also, the Adventurer Guild, which because to get monster materials, Annie is a high-ranking member of the Adventurers Guild, and she gets word, oh shit, there's a fucking dragon. There's dragon coming, and then our girl is like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get all those dragon parts. And they're both like, all right, I guess we're gonna go. Now we find out, the prince Algard, who's been under house arrest for like doing shit that's like seems like out of character, like to redeem himself in some way, he proposes that he go and take on the dragon. And the king is like, yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. Yeah. But then he finds out, wait, oh no. Annie and Yuffie are on their way. And it'll be good for Yuffie to be out there, but yeah. So we're going to get to see some action from Euphelia in the next episode. It is still, the relationship element of this is slow going because one of our main characters is going through a lot. And I appreciate that the manga and the anime and the light novel don't stray away. And in fact, like the idea that like, was she in love with this dude? Probably not. But she was destined to marry him and is certainly feeling a way about that, about not being the case anymore. She's certainly feeling strange about that. And it's a lovely little character study. All right. So you can see there's a bunch of, maybe you can see that there. I got to put a bunch of stickers on this. So every sticker I have left here are stickers that go on this. So I'm going to be doing this for a while I talk about anime. So that's the Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. Again, continues to be a series that I really enjoy. I'm really digging it. Yeah, I think it's rad. Okay, so the inner sticker is 12. The goal here is to apply these stickers and not fuck up or stab myself. This is the back of the kit. It will not be seen except when I take a photo of this kit done. But I still don't want it to look sloppy. WarGreymon doesn't deserve a sloppy looking kit, so we got to be careful about that. So that's 14 and that's 13. So 14 is this one here. Let's see. Ice Guy. The Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. We met Kateri, who is a descendant of the Phoenix and is Himuro's childhood friend. And he's also been assigned there. So it's like, oh no, there's like kind of like handsome, like put together guy is now working there. What's this going to mean for our shy weirdo main character? Probably not much. It'll probably be okay. Seems like it'll be all right. Okay. I'll be really slow about this here. I kind of wish this was just different layers of plastic instead of stickers, because I can only do such a good job on this. Like from far away, this will look fine, but if you look close, you'll be able to see that I'm not good at applying these kind of stickers like this. So, you know, that's frustrating. But if this was like 2 layers of plastic, I think that would be the better choice. It's also frustrating because, like, this is not a hard kit to put together, except for right now, where it is kind of annoying. All right, that turned out all right. This middle one is not right, so I'm going to try to take it up. You can usually get away with pulling a sticker up once, but not more than once. You have to be very careful with it, because if you could rip the sticker by trying to pull it up. So you can really only fuck up like once, maybe twice. You can always do a little bit of liquid cement if you absolutely have to. Try to like seal it with that, just like a tiny bit, tiny dots. But yeah, so this is not perfect, but kind of weird place to have to put stickers to fill in these little gaps. Yes, Lord Crash did. One would hope that you wouldn't have to do this and you could instead just layer, because this backpack thing already has 2 layers of plastic. It already has these. Like an in-between layer that is all of this would be cool. It is unfortunately not the case. All right, so this is a fun episode. Basically, Fuyusuki is like, hey, Himuro, I know you like cats. There's a movie out there that is about cats. Why don't we go to that movie? And they're both excited about going to this movie. And they're both like, is this a date? Because this last time they hung out, you could argue, is that a date or not? But this one, they're going to a movie. This feels like a date. And they're both like very excited about it, and they're both like nervous about it, and it's very cute. But they go to the movie, and Fuyusuki cries, which is fun. And she's just like, hey, what happens when you cry? And he's just like, that's a secret, which is fun. And then they have to work late, and they work alone in the office. And Himuro just freezes stuff on occasion. You know, it just happens. That's kind of his thing. Basically, the other people that they work with, including their manager, are all like talking about it. And they're like, wait, I saw them at the movies. And they're like, oh, shit. I think they're dating secretly. Yeah, I think these coworkers are dating. And they're not like mad about it. They're mostly just like maybe annoyed that they're being secretive, but mostly that they're all like excited to be in on it and know what's going on, which I understand. And then they kind of play a game together and hang out, and then they get dinner, which causes a snowstorm in the office, because that is the thing that he does, because he is a descendant of an ice spirit. This is hard. These are hard to apply, everybody. Even if I wasn't talking about an anime and looking at my notes, because I watched this one, I watched it late last night. So even while doing that, I'm still like, yikes. This kit is fun except for this part. I'll say that. And I also have more of these. I didn't line it up right. Ugh. Yeah, I don't love this part of the build process here. All right, that's as best as I'm going to do on that. I don't think I'm going to get any better than that. We'll just let that go like that. I still have to do all these small stickers too as well. These triangles. The triangles themselves shouldn't be that bad. 8 on the top there. 11 is... This is 8, 8. 11 is the middle one. We'll do the middle one here. Oops, I don't know. The whole thing came up, which I don't want. Frustrating. I just want the outside edge of this, not the internal one. There it is. You can see what I'm saying here. I got like the part I didn't want there. Lots of room for error with these triangles. Yes, you're not wrong. All right, so let me make sure. What's the sticky side? This is the sticky side, so we're just going to go in like that. If I lay it down, like this. Oh, that's on the wrong way. Like that. There's probably, I could probably use my tweezers, but I'm just using the X-Acto blade there to kind of line it up. Hopefully, I'll get the triangles better. But yeah, like trying to pull the triangles out without also taking up these little inserts is going to be tough. So what I might want to try to do is pull up this middle part that I don't need and then pull the thing around it. So I think I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, because I don't need this part. So that way I can pull the part that I do need up, which is this part here. All right, what's the sticky part? This is the sticky part. So yeah. Anyway, they go on they're hanging out. They have dinner, and their friends are like, they're fucking, these friends are yeah, they're dating. We got an in-office romance here, huh? It's cute. It's just cute. I can't describe it any other way. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague is a very cute series with fun people that I like, and I'm happy to be watching it. All right, now I need the outside ones here. Ooh, this is coming up, so I'm going to put that in there. Let's see. Let me know, friends. There's not a lot of you here tonight, which is just happens. It's okay. Let me ask you, what have you been playing? What have you been watching? If there's anything you're really into right now, let me know. I will tell you from my end that I tried out the new Hitman stuff, and it's good. I'm not good at it. The Hitman freelancer stuff. I am looking forward to playing more of that. I'm going to be playing some more of that tomorrow, but that has been going pretty well. I don't stream that, so do not expect to see that. Also, if you missed Tuesday's stream, you can find the VOD here or on my YouTube VODs. You can check out the VODs of me playing and finally beating the goddamn terrible game that is Lego Builder's Journey, a very fun Lego puzzle game that is great up until it absolutely is not, and then it's okay, and then absolutely is not great, and then it's over, and you're like, all right, sure. And it also has I would say, fine creative mode that definitely couldn't be the whole game, could not sustain it, that is just merely fine. That I liked but did not love. At the end of the day, that game I got for free. I would have been annoyed if I had spent $20 in that game because it does not feel great. But there are elements of that game that are cool, and I could see myself playing that some more. Also, I did check out the Steam World Build demo, and I liked it. I think some of the choices they've made in that game are great. As someone that, like, in theory likes those games, but in practice gets very frustrated with sim builder games like that. City builders, I should say. That there was something to enjoy out there in that game. So I was pleased to check it out. Okay, so 9 on the top, 10 on the bottom. Or on this bottom here, and the 10 there. All right, so I'm bringing out a 9. Trying to pull the sticker out and only get what I want of the sticker and also not rip it. Okay, so I need, this is going to be 9, which goes here. So we'll do that. So yeah, I thought that demo was pretty cool. Lord Crashin says, I started the Hitman Freelancer mode, which is fun so far. I agree. Failed a mission in Colorado as I tried to take down a target with a poison dart gun and got dropped fast. Colorado continues to be a fucking nightmare. I don't think you can, like, being a stealthy hitman in that stage is really tough. Doing anything in Colorado stuff, I don't know if Colorado should necessarily have been included in Freelancer, because it's just such a rough map. Unless you like are doing specific things, like maybe getting away with finding a spot and sniping. You could maybe like pull some stuff off there, but that's a rough one. That is always just a rough map. Just finished the season pass for Gundam Evolution, says Lashbrook. Oh yeah, Gundam Evolution, a game that I just keep forgetting about. My friends that were into that game didn't stay into that game for that long, so I haven't played it in a while. They're doing a lot of Call of Duty, and I have no interest in Call of Duty. So my friends that like move from co-op game to co-op game are currently playing a lot of Warzone, and that's just not for me. Anyway, Lasher says, don't know if I'm going to go in on next season. Hoping to play more One Piece Odyssey soon. Hell yeah! I hope you're having a lot of fun with One Piece Odyssey and get more into it. Lord Crashin says this is about the Freelancer. My target was hanging out near the outskirts in Colorado, but was near another guy and had very little cover for me to operate in. Yep, that's frustrating. So you gotta that could be really tough. That's a tough map for that kind of stuff. But I'm sure there are always some that are really easy and some that are frustrating. Speaking of frustrating, this sticker application was pretty frustrating. In the end, we got it done, but it wasn't great. There are some polycaps left on here because this is suitable for a lot of different digital monsters. Digimon. These kits have the peg. You have to have a stand that has a long thing there and kind of go from the back to hold it up, which I don't have one of the. Well, I don't have one of those set up like that. But also, these kits will stand up on their own. So, and then we just have to open this up a little bit for the shield. But yeah, there's WarGreymon. WarGreymon is done. Let me widen out a bit here. There's WarGreymon. WarGreymon is done. We have completed the WarGreymon. And I'll take a couple photos of this kit here, and then we'll get into the Lego set. We won't get too far into Lego, but we'll talk about some Lego as I get stuff set up for that. Let me take a photo here first. So I'm going to play more Hitman on my own time. My stream on Tuesday will be Power Wash Simulator, the new update that's coming out, the Tomb Raider update. We'll be checking that out. That's coming out on Tuesday, and we'll show that on stream. So let me get... there. Go. What happened there? What do we got here? Hey, Aristofan just subbed to tier 2. That's 53 months on a 53-month streak. Been a busy day. Glad you finished up the Wolverine kit. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site them out in the chat. Thank Aristofan for hanging out, for being a tier 2 subscriber. We appreciate you very much for that. Thank you so much, Aristofan, for your continued support. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site them out. The blue emote, if you were a Aristofan, our tier 2 subscriber there. I gotta take a photo of WarGreymon here. Here's WarGreymon, and then this was annoying to do, so I want to take a photo of the back of WarGreymon, because these stickers were annoying to set up and no one will fucking see them. There we go. All right, WarGreymon is done. I might put WarGreymon up in the back there. I haven't decided yet. But it is now Lego time. So we'll at least get some stuff organized with Lego here. Zane's thing. We'll get that set up. Let me delete this. But yeah, so we've got a fun stuff coming up next week. My mouse. No, I need that. I need my mouse to do things. We gotta widen this out a bit here. Widen out a little bit, and then we might build on the mat. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to build on the mat. If it makes any sense for me to build Lego on the mat, maybe we will. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But at the very least, for knolling purposes, we're not going to do that. We do have some stickers, so we'll supply some stickers. We will need our brick separator, possibly. But I got some stickers to apply. I like using a spudger for that, so I got my spudger here for that shenanigans. And yeah, we've got the several bags here, and then some extra parts as well. We are going to do this one bag at a time, because that is just easier for me to organize. I sometimes I will do all of them, but since this kit has a bunch of Lego in it, or a bunch of pieces in it, Zane's drag. What is this kit called? Sorry. I have to remember the name of this Lego set, and it is Zane's Golden Dragon Jet. This is a Ninjago kit. It's got some cool friends here. Look at this guy. That's fun. Look at this guy. Got some cool ass minifigs in this thing. Do I know who Zane is? No. I have never learned anything about Ninjago. I don't know shit about Ninjago. Except that it's reasonably priced compared to licensed stuff. So we're just going to start knolling. We got some time left on stream. Why don't we knoll a little bit here? We might end even a little early because it's been a little light tonight vis-a-vis viewership. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be separating by color, right? So that there's gold, and gold will live like over there, and I'm just going to put more gold in that. But yeah, I'm going to do one bag at a time. It's just easier. But sometimes the bags have bags. It's a bag of bags. And then we'll just separate by color, and then I'll know a little proper. Sometimes I'll do the whole thing if it's just like, 2 bags or something. But since we got 3, I might as well just do it one at a time. But then I'll just like take that. Gotta have the stuff together. And then just sort of like, all right, well, I'll put the gold over there. And I'll put like miscellaneous over here. And sometimes there's not a lot of one color. And so I can put I'll put all of these together. Because I don't really need them together there. But maybe later I will find out, oh, this kit has a lot of white in it later. So I'll have to make sure that pile has a lot of room. And just kind of separate as we go and deal with it as we go. But yeah. Kind of get together. It looks like this is a small ship that has like a attachment of a bigger ship, which is fucking cool. I think that's neat. I like the idea that you can just like build it small. A custom piece here. These are connected together. That's always cool. I'll put that with the clear, even though it also has gold. But that is kind of rare that you have that together. Yeah. Ooh, fun mask. We got a person. We got a minifig to put together. So yeah, reminder that tomorrow's stream, important reminder that tomorrow's stream is, not tomorrow, Saturday stream. Important reminder, I don't stream on Fridays. Saturday stream is happening. I hope you will come check that out. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern time, not 9 p.m. My normal stream time of 9 p.m., it'll be at 5 p.m. because it's the night of the Royal Rumble, and I want to watch the Royal Rumble with my friends. And the best way to watch the Royal Rumble, as it happens, is to not be streaming for that. So I'll be watching the Royal Rumble, but I wanted to give you a stream. It would be nice if tomorrow was a Saturday. I hear you, Lashbrook, but no, tomorrow is not Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday. But because I will be, I do want to give you a stream, so I'm just going to do it earlier. I figured that would be the easiest thing in the world to do there, is just to do an earlier stream. And then I'll be ready for the pre-show and kind of come down from the stream and be able to relax a little bit before getting real hyped about wrestling, because they might start with a Rumble, because sometimes they start with a Rumble. So instead, I'll be able to just kind of chill out and hang out a little bit. All right, we're going to build our 2 minifigs that are in here. We got 2 minifigs here. Are either of one of these Zane? I don't know. But we'll build 2 of the 3 minifigs. There's the 3rd minifig, but it looks like that's in bag 3. So we got a sword here. We could give it a scythe. We could give it a cool scythe too. Can these hold these scythes? I don't even know. I don't even think that. I think that might be on the vehicle. But we'll do both swords. 2 swords. And we need this face here. Wait, this is a fucking robot. Hey everybody, this is a goddamn robot. It's got a single eye robot. You know it's a robot when it's got a single eye or a robot face, like angry robot face. That's cool. This minifig, yeah, we're gonna put the solar on. But yeah, Saturday, earlier stream than normal. Monday, back to normal. All right, we made a minifig friend with the single eye, our Cyclops eye, and 2 swords, and then we'll make. One would have to assume this is a villainous character, robot or minion. Yeah, angry. This kit only has an angry face. There is no nice to this. Only anger. No nice. Oh, I missed out on cool shoulders. Cool pauldrons. I gotta put the pauldrons on. Hell yeah. Looking rad as hell. Evil and rad. Oh, also, gotta put on the mask. The head mask. Looking dope as shit. And then I need to put on some pieces on the back here because this kit has extra stuff going on. I believe this kit has bat wings, or this minifig has some. Yep, this minifig's got fucking bat wings to put on. I'm not going to include like, oh, we started because we didn't really start the kit. I'm just doing the minifigs. But also, oh, hell yeah. Cool weapons. So we got we got the scythe. The scythe, I was like, oh, does this kit have the scythe? No. This kit has, or this minifig has a sword scythe combo. It's like a beam saber and a scythe. Major swag indeed. It is being evil with style. You're not wrong. Look at that. That's cool as hell. And then also, I don't know what this is for, but also it's got this like, maybe this is also some sort of weapon here. Cool accessory. Why does this not want to go in? Doesn't want to snap in well. Trying to shove this in there. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of cooking. We'll talk more about that probably on Saturday. Saturday night, though, I'm going to get pizza and stuff from Domino's, so no cooking there. Tomorrow, I'm making fucking nachos, y'all. I'll give you the exclusive. I'm making, I got some tortilla chips that are bite-sized rounds, and they're going to be great for nachos. But yeah, I'm going to make nachos tomorrow. It's going to be rad as hell. All right, minifigs are done. On Saturday, we will start this Lego set. I'm glad that I did my poll, so I knew what to do here. I thought it was going to take all stream to finish up WarGreymon, but it didn't. So then we'll be doing some Lego, but I got some minifigs here that look pretty great. I'll bring them down so you can see them better because I zoomed in too far probably. But yeah, got some funny minifigs. I guess I will use the mat to build on the Lego. I think that, yeah, that's probably better, having the mat. Yeah, I guess that is better. So I will have the mat down for that. So look for that. Look for, hey, check out this cool mat when it's time. But anyway, I'm going to knoll these down even better than they are here and get it all ready. But for now, I can just shove that all together. And that's I was just thinking earlier about how I would make air fryer nachos. Nice, Lashbrook. I'm probably just going to make them in the microwave for like a minute because I'll do all the meat and stuff ahead of time. But I am going to make nachos tomorrow night because I have ground beef and I want to use up the onion. I have onion left and I want to use that up. I could have made a meatloaf, but I'm not feeling a meatloaf. I'm feeling nachos. Mostly because I don't want to have to freeze half of a meatloaf. Where nachos, I'll just eat them tomorrow for dinner and then Saturday for lunch and then Sunday for lunch, probably. That is going to do it for tonight's stream. We're going to end a little early just because I kind of ran out of stuff to do and also kind of ran out of steam. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Especially, I just want to say this because I have you for a moment, right? Before we go, we're going to raid. We're always going to raid, right? We're always going to raid. when there's not a lot of people, sticking around means a lot, and I appreciate you very much. I don't like to dwell on view numbers because I'm doing it for whoever, right? I'll do it for 2 people, I'll do it for 20 people, I'll do it for 100 people, whatever. But when it's down, when the numbers are low, sticking around really does matter. If you are watching a stream and there's 50 people there and you bounce, not noticeable. When there are 5 people and you bounce, it does feel like something. So thank you very much for sticking it out, hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you very much for that. We are gonna raid. I'm gonna find someone cool doing cool shit. Oops. Put that in the wrong spot there. Gotta mute that. We are gonna find somebody who's doing some shit out there that we want to go hang out with and see what they're up to. So let's figure out who we're gonna go raid now. Who's doing stuff? Who's out there doing their thing? Let's see. Somebody you want to go hang out with? Liz Star is playing some games. I don't know what Liz is doing. Some random late night arcade games, says Liz Star. That's fun. We're gonna go hang out with Liz as Liz plays some old retro games. Liz rules, and I think you'll have fun in Liz's stream. So please come hang out as we go do that. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you very much, which was a very low-key stream. I appreciate you spending some time with me for that. Again, I will be back on Saturday, but this Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern instead of the usual 9 p.m. Eastern. 5 hours earlier than normal. Come hang out. Thanks so much for being here. Come along on this raid. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.